Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. Listen, I've been very, very busy lately. I got out of town guests coming in, and so I just haven't been able to post any updates on the KSO Pro, which is just spoiler alert. It's fantastic. All right, listen, I do want to update you real quick. I only got a couple hours. Scotty DTV is showing up here. Some of you know him, some of you do not know him, but I have been friends with him my entire life. Anyway, so the KSO Pro, real quick, I paid $425 delivered, and to be completely honest, it's running so awesomely that it has exceeded all of my greatest expectations. It has. Ice River KSO Pro. All right, now I'm going to keep it absolutely 100% real. I said from the very, very beginning of this crypto journey of mine that I, wasn't totally sure that you could teach an old dog new tricks. I am not going to pretend that I'm as sharp as I was 20 years ago, because I'm not. I was a little worried when I started this crypto journey that I wouldn't be able to do it. And I had some chirps in my ear from people who, I consider friends. I did learn a new friend term that was called frenemy. No, and that's I think they were just concerned that I wouldn't be able to do it, and then I would, I don't know, it doesn't matter, but I can do it. I have done it, and I will continue to do it. And there's, I told you a long time ago, there was a reason, a bigger picture behind all of this. I didn't just wake up one day and go, I'm going to be a crypto miner. I'm going to start mining Bitcoin. I didn't do that. Although it was just kind of like serendipity. It was something unexpected. It was a light bulb moment. I had been covered up for so many years taking care of my mom, and it was really, really rough. And hopefully none of you ever have to go through that. But I mean, when I say rough, I'm talking, changing her diapers, bathing her, spoon feeding her. And I know that she would never have wanted that for me. And I certainly didn't want to. I did it because I had to. I had friends who were like, how can you do that? How can you wipe your mom's behind? And I'm like, yeah, because there's nobody else to do it. I was literally a one-man show when it came to trying to keep her out of a nursing home, which I did. I managed to keep her out of a nursing home. But it was tough. But anyway, kind of took me out of my game. It kind of, that whole time period just kind of, it'll humble you. It'll put you on your ass is what'll happen. And, you just got to trust in the Lord, and he has a purpose, yeah. So anyway, get back into the game, or I'm trying to get back into the game, just by chance, I guess I can tell part of the story. I really kind of wanted to be on the ground, boots on the ground when I told that. But I'll tell you, I had a light bulb moment, and it came from watching YouTube videos. I'm watching YouTube videos, and I'm just, random videos. That's how I roll. I've always been a YouTuber. I got my first YouTube channel up and running in 2005. I was on YouTube when it was literally out in a garage, and Google didn't have their evil hooks into it yet. Yeah, I seen it all. But anyway, I'm watching YouTube videos. I've got my Fire Stick. I'm laying on the couch, and I've got my 65-inch television. I'm watching random videos, and then this Canadian guy comes on. I can't think of his name, but he comes on, and he tells a story that fascinated me, and it turned into my light bulb moment. He was up in way up in Canada, and in the oil fields area, and every day he would go to work, he would pass this pump jack. And if you don't know what a pump jack is, it's basically when you have an oil well, the shaft fills with petroleum, and you need what's called a pump jack. It's the thing that goes up and down, and it sucks the oil out and then delivers it into a big tank. or a pipeline, but mostly a tank. And then what happens is when the tank gets full, or sometimes multiple tanks, they'll get a little, alert, and then they'll bring the trucks out and they'll offload the oil into the trucks, and then off to the refinery it goes. And fun fact, you actually get paid if you're in the oil business. You get paid for your oil at the refiner. That's they cut the checks. So anyway, this guy's going back and forth, and he notices there was always this big flame on top of this one oil well. And he didn't really know much about the industry at all. I think he was a farmer. I'm not sure. So anyway, he's driving one day, and he notices there's some oil field workers, and I don't know, rig maintenance, whatever they were. And he just thought to himself, I got to know what that flame is. I just got to know. So he swings in and he goes, hey, crazy question, guys. But what's this flame all about? So they're like, yeah, well, it's flare gas. We're burning the natural gas off of this well. And he's like, why would you do that? I mean, don't people pay for natural? And they said, listen, there's no infrastructure out here to get that natural gas from that well to a market. There's just, you can't, there's no pipelines to sell into or anything like that. And the guy just had a light bulb moment, and I had a light bulb moment off of his light bulb moment. So he thinks, so he goes home, and he'd been dabbling in Bitcoin. And, one of the chief complaints for most Bitcoin miners is the cost of electricity. Electricity can be prohibitive for a lot of people, depending on how much you're paying for your electricity. It could be very cost prohibitive. And so that's a barrier for a lot of people from entering that space. So anyway, he has a light bulb moment that he feels like if they're just going to burn this gas off, how about I create some kind of a rig, some kind of a shed, and put it on skids and have it delivered there, and then have a natural gas generator to power the Bitcoin miners. Yeah. I mean, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So he's talking about it, and it's called, those wells are now referred to as stranded wells. I don't know if they were referred to that previous to this or not, but they were wells that were doing nothing but polluting. I mean, they were either being burned off into the air, or they were being just blown. A lot of times they don't even set the flames up. They just blow the natural gas into the atmosphere. Either way is not good. So he approaches the oil company and says, hey, you've got a well, and you seem to have a fair amount of natural gas that you're burning off. How about you sell that gas to me on the cheap? And they're burning it off anyway. And they said, well, what do you got in mind? And he told them, he's like, I'm going to build a shipping container type of thing. And I think he may have even used a shipping container. And he said, I'm going to put about 300 miners in it, and I'm going to hook a natural gas generator up to that. I'll plumb it in. In fact, I think he may have been a plumber. But he's going to plumb it into the generator, and I'll pay you. And I don't remember now what agreement he made. I'm not even sure that he said what agreement, but I'm sure it was doable for both parties. And there I am. Remote control in one hand, dick in the other. No. There I am on my couch watching this video, and the light bulb went off in my head. Some of you may or may not know this. I do not know. But I have stranded natural gas wells on my property in Kentucky that aren't being produced for various reasons. And I own 100% of them. Well, I don't own 100% of them. My family has a percentage of them too, but I own the lion's share of the wells. And so I thought to myself, wait a minute. Why couldn't I do that? I don't have an oil well per se, but I could definitely plumb from the, I'd probably have to hire somebody, but plumb to a natural gas generator, and then have a rig with a bunch of Bitcoin miners, and you don't even need to have wired internet there. You can get Starlink or anything like that, and then you're in business. Making Bitcoin at no overhead, as far as electricity goes. It's free. Outside of the maintenance for the generator and of course the wear and tear on the machines and all that stuff. But yeah, you can't get a better price for natural gas or for electricity to run Bitcoin miners than you own the electricity. I own the gas, which means in turn I own the electricity that's generated from natural gas. So anyway, that was a light bulb to me. But I know jack squat about mining Bitcoin or any crypto for that matter. And I told myself, and this was probably, I don't know when it was, beginning of winter, I think. I don't know if this was November, December. And I told myself, if you're going to pursue this as a possible thing, you need to learn everything you can possibly learn about creating cryptocurrency, mining Bitcoin, mining Ethereum. Well, Ethereum can't be mining more, but mining Dogecoin, mining Caspa, mining whatever. You need to know how these machines work. You need to know everything there is to know, and you have till the spring. And so that's really what started. I remember pulling the trigger on that S9. It was 130. In the process of doing research, I ran into a YouTube video that said the ultimate Bitcoin miner for newbies that want to learn how to do this. Well, that was me, newbie that want to learn how to do it. And I bought this thing for $113, not knowing squat. I mean, I knew almost nothing. But I watched a lot of videos. I'm like, okay, it takes power. Well, that Bitcoin miner you can plug right into any outlet in your house. Doesn't need anything special, and that just needs a network cable to it running from your router. That's it, literally. And so it taught me how. Okay, when you get your first miner, when you get your miner, go to Angry IP. There's a ton of them, but this guy was hyped on Angry IP, and search your and find the copy paste. Boom. I was shocked at how easy it was. Well, easy may not be the right word, but it was not crazy difficult, and it was not beyond my abilities, which are admittedly are not very, extensive. Better stick to cheeseburger reviews. Anyway, so, I was so motivated. Everything in life, no matter what it is that you do, if you're motivated and excited about something, you will figure it out. And even if now look, there are times when I've had to watch a video, and you can learn anything from YouTube. That's just a fact. I don't know about open heart surgery, but I wouldn't be surprised. So, but there were times when I would have to watch a video 10 times just to get what the heck they were doing. But I was willing to do that. And I always told myself, do not get frustrated. You're going to have days that, trying to, because I want to know everything. I want to know the crypto markets. I want to know what the halving is. I want to know all of these things that I really wanted to know. Now, in the spirit of 100% honesty, I did own Bitcoin at the time, and I did own other cryptos and had a Coinbase account. I had dabbled in the buying and selling of cryptos just as a kind of a besides the hobby, just kind of like I was a believer in cryptocurrency, which helps because you can spend some money now. And then, I felt comfortable enough to up my game, and I went and I got the S19K Pro, which was a very modern machine, especially compared to the S9, which I think was like 7-year-old technology. The S19K Pro was efficient. It used a lot less electricity per Satoshi being mined compared to the S9. The S9 is a power hog that gives you very little in return, but it does teach you a lot. So, and then, fast forward to the KSO Pro. I mean, there did come a point where I wanted to learn other cryptos to see if it was very different, if this, that, and the other. I just wanted to do that, and the KSO Pro seemed like a really good entry-level machine, and man, has it been great. Anyway, I don't want to, oh my God, we're at way too late. So way too long. I'm going to let you guys go. I'll try to finish. Let me know in the comment section if you want to hear more about this story. I do have some thoughts on the KSO Pro. and I definitely will make that video fairly soon. And yeah, everybody take care. See ya.